Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, guys, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. This is Derek, and it is Tuesday night here in Houston, Texas. Decided to do a quick live video. I'm just sitting here finishing smoking a joint outside of my house, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. If you can see the title of the video, it should say, "Help Me, Help You." And shout out to anybody who can tell me where that came from. Does anybody know where "Help Me, Help You" comes from? It comes from one of my favorite movies, Jerry Maguire. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Yeah, okay. All right. So the reason I'm doing this video, guys, is, well, I rarely do live videos anymore. I actually haven't made a video in about a week or so, and I'm sorry I've been slacking lately. It's just been, today is exactly 2 weeks to the end of my campaign for mayor of Houston, and that's actually what I want to talk to you guys about. So, again, apologies for especially those who support me on Patreon. Thank you for being patient and not, stop, the financial support of me and everything else, because I have just been so engrossed in this campaign. I really haven't had time to make videos. I have a list of at least 4 different videos I want to talk to you guys about. I'm going to try to get to them tonight. I've got a new 5G video. I've got a new video the border and militarization of the border. We're going to have a good conversation around that. I got a video, kind of Epstein video, and some other things. And as soon as this campaign is over, I'm going to be working only on 2 more projects for the rest of the year, finishing my book, Counter Economics, How to Opt Out of the Technocratic State, and my documentary on 5G. On that, I'm not going to be doing anything else. But as the title of the video indicates, I need some help. But before we get into that, I definitely want this to be a conversation. So as I ask you for help over the next few minutes, and I'm going to try to keep this short and not too rambly, please feel free to let me know how I can help you, if there's some way I can help you. I don't know what I could actually do, but if there's anything I can do to help or support you, then please let me know. First off, let me say thank you to everybody who has been real supportive of my campaign for mayor. I think most of you seem to have understood. Those of you who are still around and who didn't immediately have a knee-jerk reaction and say, "Oh my God, this agorist anarchist is running for office. Fuck him, I'm running away." And there was definitely some of that. But the more and more I talk to my anarchist friends, and especially friends who are big in the movement, who speak at conferences and who have big YouTube channels, most of the people I think understood and understand why I'm doing this, and it's been very effective. I've been sharing with you guys the video. I've tried not to overload the conscious resistance with just campaign stuff, because as I've said months ago, this isn't my campaign channel. There's a Derek Bros for Mayor YouTube channel if you want to check all my content out there. There's a Facebook page, there's a website, and all that stuff. But for you guys, I just try to show you a little bit of sample of, here are my answers from the forums, the debates I'm at, so you can see, hey, I'm not turning into a politician. I'm keeping the message about self-ownership. I'm dropping truth bombs. I'm keeping it real, and I'm implanting seeds in people's minds, to some people who might have never come across these different ideas that for some of us are pretty common and everyday, because we've spent the time researching this. My goal has always been to wake up as many people as possible. And yeah, maybe that sounds a little egotistical or naive or whatever, but that's just what it was. When I first started waking up in 2010, I immediately was just like, oh my God, how can I reach more people? I need to print out more flyers. I need to get out there and just talk to people and keep spreading these messages and these ideas. And that's what I did. And that's what I've continued to do. And my work has evolved in different ways, but it's always been about trying to reach people, whether it's speaking at a conference or a festival or passing out flyers or making a YouTube video or giving a speech or running for office. It's all about trying to wake up more people and get people thinking and questioning these systems of power. So I don't want to just preach to the choir. I don't want to be stuck just preaching to the choir forever, which is a lot of what, unfortunately, we do in this movement, is a lot of preaching to the choir, especially these days because of YouTube censorship. We are essentially preaching to the choir. The bubble is getting smaller and smaller. It's getting harder for random people to come and stumble upon our information. Unless they're already looking for it, it's not very likely that they're going to. And in fact, I think that reiterates why it's important to get out there and pass out flyers and propaganda on the streets, because sometimes you have to hand somebody a physical flyer and they look it up and they're like, oh wow, there's a website on there, and then they get home and they go check out the website, and then it opens them to a whole new world of information that they didn't even know existed. But because YouTube, Google, Facebook, and all these technocratic giants are getting more and more, they're censoring more and more, and they're getting more and more intrusive in our lives and dominating our lives. I was just thinking about this. Think about Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. All these companies are just, pushing, they're so much in control of our lives. But basically my point here is that when we see that these corporations and the government are working together to censor and to keep our information from getting accessible and from it going viral, because it was going viral for years, we have to understand that we have to find new ways to reach people. And so I don't want to just preach to the choir. I love my YouTube audience, and some of you I've got to know personally. Some of you we've met and hung out in person, and that's always awesome. But I need you to keep spreading the word, and I'm going to keep doing this. But my attempt at running for office was not because I plan a new career in politics, but because I want to wake more people up. And this campaign has took me to communities in Houston that I've never spoke to before. And maybe I could have made the effort before, but it just didn't happen. And the reality is that I have 2 weeks left, 14 days, where I am a candidate for mayor of Houston. And after that is over, if I don't win this election, which, hey, surprise, surprise, I'm not really expecting to, then some of these people won't give a damn about what I have to say. You know what I mean? Because I won't be a candidate for mayor anymore. I'm just going to be a Houstonian or that crazy old journalist or whatever they want to think of me. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that why I have the attention of the city of Houston and some of the news media and some of the just regular Houstonians who are paying attention to the race, that I can say as many real things and talk about as many real things as possible. And we are hitting up all kinds of communities. I'm in the Hispanic community. I'm in the Black community. We're in the animal welfare community. We're in the, vaccine community. We are in the, you name it, we're doing it. We have a beautiful grassroots movement. That's the thing. I don't know if you guys aren't following the campaign, you might not be seeing it, but we have just dozens of volunteers and people who are coming to our events, out flyers, and these are people with families, with jobs, and sometimes their kids come with them. I mean, it's beautiful to see, and that's honestly what's encouraged me to keep going, because the people who are stepping up and supporting me. So I realize I'm making this long-winded. I was trying to explain why the video is titled "Help Me, Help You." What's up, Rika? And we're getting there, right? So again, if you need help from me in some way, if there's something I can do, I don't want this to always be, I'm asking for things from you, share this, buy this, donate here, but let me know how I can help. If there's some way that we can help together, we can collaborate together. That's what's important to me. But why is the video titled "Help Me, Help You"? Because ultimately, my campaign for mayor and everything I do, everything on this YouTube channel, is not just for me. This is not for Derek Broze. If Derek Broze was in this for himself, sorry to talk in third person, if I was in this for myself, or any activists were in this for themselves, they wouldn't be doing this. There are much better ways that you can go out and make a living and make a lot more money. I don't make much money because of my own choices, because I dedicate my life to these issues, to researching and to finding a way to make a living through writing articles and producing content about things that I think are important, so that I don't have to spend 60 hours of my week giving it away to somebody else just to make a bunch of money that I can't even spend and be miserable all the time. That's not life to me. I'd rather be, fairly low income, and it's what some would call voluntary poverty. I'd rather be in that position where I can dedicate my time to waking up and spreading information. So that's what I'm trying to do. So when I do that, though, it's not just because I want new subscribers and because I want more money or because of any of that. It's because I realize the more people we're reaching, the more people who watch my documentaries or who read my books or do any of the stuff that I'm doing, or who watch James Corbett's work or some of the great people out there's work, the more people who are tuned into that's more people in the world who are waking up and questioning things, and it's rippling out further and further. And I think that's where the true change is going to happen. So what I need from you, what I'm humbly requesting, is anything and everything you can do to help out my mayoral campaign. And I'm not even talking about financially, because at this point, unless you got $500,000 to donate so that I can start running commercials over these next 2 weeks, there's not much you can do financially. We've got a little bit of money in the bank, and I'll use that to the best I can. But for the most part, what I need is, if you know people in Houston, tell them about my campaign. Tell them about the issues that we care about. Tell them that if they're going to vote, and I just had a whole spiel about voting on I did a video right before this on the Facebook page for the campaign, because even again in the campaign, I'm trying to get those people to think like, hey, yeah, go vote for me if you want to send a message, but don't sit here and think that voting is the strongest or most effective action you can take in the world. So, I'm trying to get them to think as well. But my point here is, if you can do anything to help out this campaign in Houston. I started campaigning in May. Here we are 2 weeks before the election, and this is the only time that I've actively said, guys, I need your help. Because I've been getting help from the Mind Unleashed. I might be on Collective Evolution soon. I was on Jason Burmis's show recently. So the independent media, the alternative media is stepping up. And I'm very thankful for that, because when I first started this, my friends with the anti-media, my friends with the Mint Press News, and some of my other journalist friends told me that they supported what I'm doing and that they would help out however they can. So now I'm asking for you guys. Even if you don't have a huge following, you don't have a website, you know, anything like that. I'm sure you know somebody in Texas, you know somebody in Houston. If you're still using CIA, Facebook, go share the Derek Bros for Mayor of Houston Facebook page. Share some of the video content I've done. Anything you can at this point, you know, hit me up. Let's work together. And I'm not like asking for any specific request, because I don't really know what I'm asking for. I'm just saying, if you believe in my attempts to spread the word about what is truth and what is, you know, real justice in this world, and you understand that the only reason I'm running for office is because I'm trying to wake more people up, then I'm asking for your help. Do whatever you can. I have 2 weeks. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd. The election is Tuesday, November 5th. Early voting started yesterday in Houston. That means for the next 2 weeks, people can go vote early, and they can, you know, send a message. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to win this thing. You know, they're not even, I've been on the media a few times, but I'm not even on their radar. The people love my campaign. People are supportive of it. But of course, the media me out. And that's just like the way it was with Ron Paul and anybody else who's going to really challenge the system. That's just how it's going to go. And that's what I expected. There was a couple of moments where some of my campaign supporters and volunteers really had me convinced that, holy shit, we might be able to win this thing. And that was just because they've been so excited and so pumped up. And it got into my head for a second. Like, wait, maybe we really could do this. I don't know. I don't want to act like I can predict the future, but I know we're going up against some people who've got millions of dollars. The top two, the mayor and then the guy right next to him, they've spent $7 million and $10 million on this campaign. We've raised about $7,000, and I'm so grateful for that. I never even thought that could happen. But I've been able to raise more money for the Conscious Resistance Network than I have for the campaign, and that's just the reality of it. You know, I don't have the same network I have on Facebook that I used to, because I turned it off, and the only place I promote the Conscious Resistance anymore is through YouTube. I don't use the Conscious Resistance Facebook. Maybe if I had, and maybe if I still had my personal profile, this campaign would have been different, because I would have had so many followers and they could have helped me out. But that's not the game I played. But here I am, 2 weeks away from the election, asking for your help, whatever that means. Again, I'm not asking for your money. Don't even accuse me of trying to come to you and beg for political money to go to the campaign. I understand that's not something I'm going to ask my anarchists, truther friends to do. But if you've got friends in Houston, you got friends in Texas who have friends in Houston, let them know, in case they're not aware, there is a mayoral election going on, and it would send a message, I think a powerful message to the system, if they have their number one candidate and then their number two candidate. Maybe I honestly think that there's a chance I could come in fourth or fifth, for whatever it's worth, right? This is all a fucking popularity contest based on how much money you got and how many yard signs and flyers and big, signs and TV commercials you can put out there. But our campaign is different. People are coming to my campaign because they care about the issues, because they actually want to see change. And so, if anything, what it's shown me is, you know what? People do care. I don't know what that means for the future, but I do know that means there are more people in my city than I realized who care about 5G. And of course, it's not my city, I'm just speaking. Who care about 5G. There are more people who live in Houston than I realize who care about mandatory vaccinations and who are worried about that. There are more people who care about decriminalizing cannabis. There are so many people who want to take away the power of the mayor. Think about that. I came into this campaign the only candidate talking about taking away the power of the mayor in the fourth largest city in the country, decentralizing the power of the city council, and people love it. Because decentralization works, and because people realize that centralized institutions are failures, and that essentially it turns into a dictatorship. So at the very least, we together, we have been able to spread these ideas. And that's been my main goal. But rest assured, I am running as a real candidate. This is not a joke campaign. So if you know people in Houston, right now the biggest issue in Houston is flooding. Tell them to go to derekbros.com/hemphouston. Hemp Houston is the name of my flood plan. My flood plan involves planting hemp along the bayou, decriminalizing cannabis, stop wasting money on the drug war so we can reduce crime by actually spending that money to go after violent crimes like human trafficking, which is a huge thing in Houston. So I have a flood plan. I have a real issue like that. What about animal welfare? Lots of people in Houston care about the stray animals and the animal rescue community. Go to derekbros.com/animal welfare. and you can see my plan. I've got videos for all these things. If you haven't checked out my campaign yet, and again, like I said, I haven't really been promoting it much, but fuck it. This is my channel. If you don't like this video, you don't have to watch. I got 2 weeks left, guys. Go to DerekBros.com. Check out the videos. DerekBros.com/mayor has the platforms I'm running on. There's a video for each one of them. I made it so simple and easy to digest because I know how lazy people are. There are also several voters guides going around the city of Houston, League of Women Voters, the Houston Chronicle, several others. All your friends have to do is search Houston Mayor Race Voters Guide, and they're going to find a couple of them, and they can see where I see the other candidates stand and let them make up their own mind. But all I'm asking for, guys, the mosquitoes are starting to get me, so I'm about to go inside, is to spread the word. If you know people in Houston, know people in Texas, and even if you don't, guys, come like the page, come share the content. Like I said, I got help from the Mind Unleashed, because when the media is failing and they won't release my video, the Fox 26 interview that I showed you guys, well, I got the Mind Unleashed, my buddy John Vibes, to write an article about it so we can share that elsewhere and it can go viral. Whenever I said government and media are organized crime, well, shit, that's a headline. So we turned it into a headline for the Mind Unleashed, and we put together an article and we share that out. Now it's being shared all over the place. So now people who weren't paying attention to the Houston mayoral race are paying attention now. So these are the kind of things that we're trying to do. I will light some sage in just a bit as I wrap up. If you want to help out, then check it out. It's all over at DerekBros.com if you want to find out more. I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it. I think I said enough. But yeah, that's basically all I'm asking. And so, the title, Help Me, oh, it's dark in my house. Help me, help you, that's what it means. Help me, help you. Help me by helping this campaign grow so that I can help you, so that we can help each other. Because everything that I'm doing is for the benefit of all of us. So, help me maybe win this election, at least spread the word so that it can help you, because the more people who are awake and questioning the system in Houston, in the 4th largest city in the country, the better it is for all of us. I know this is probably backwards. Let me see if I can show you guys this. This is our giant campaign poster. Exactly. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. Jerry Maguire. Look at this. The only mayoral candidate who will decriminalize cannabis and welcome cannabis businesses, end dangerous no-knock raids, overturn the city's anti-food sharing ordinance. It's illegal to share food with more than 5 people in Houston. Turn city-owned vacant lots into community gardens. Give Houstonians a say over the controversial 5G rollout. Defend and protect freedom of speech and civil liberties. Amend the city charter to take away, reduce the power of the mayor. End the Houston Police Department's use of invasive surveillance tools. Defend medical freedom by standing against mandatory vaccinations. Find out more at DerekBros.com. Bros for Mayor. And this cheesy line right here that came from my buddy Nick at the Anti-Media. Houston, we have a problem solver. I thought that was so cheesy, but people love it. And Houston's freedom candidate. So yeah, guys, that's it. Help me, help you. Let's wake up more people in the city. Let's wake up more people in the country. And shit, if you have the time, the energy, the voice, and the desire, then maybe do this in your own city. You're probably not going to win. Maybe you can win. It's possible. I honestly think that I could win. Honestly, I mean, I hate to say it, but I think if I had a little bit more money and a little bit more people, we can win. And it's so funny because these people are spending $7 million and $10 million, and I think it doesn't take that much money. All you need is to build a ground movement. So for the next 2 weeks, guys, I'll be putting out as many reports as I can, but please accept my apologies if there's not a lot, because I'm trying to give this campaign everything I got. If I do something, I'm going to do it to the fullest. That's just how I am. So tomorrow I'm going to be on campus. The next day I'm going to be in the campus. Right now, the World Series, yay, Houston Astros are in the World Series. I don't give a damn, but all I know is there's people all over downtown at the Minute Maid Park, and those people, I'm going to make sure they get flyers. I'm going to talk to them and just keep spreading the word. So help me, help you. Let's work together. If you know anybody in Houston, you know anybody in Texas, tell them about my campaign. Derek Bros for Mayor. And that's it for now, guys. I think I might do a report for you in just a little bit if I feel like it. And until we talk again, hope you're having an amazing time. Reach out to me however you can. Let's work together. And remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.